The tower attacks. Dropping jaws like an earthquake cracks. Left gets wrecked, the silver and black. Webby is back. Webby is back.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Again, my apologies. We have been streaming the free agency live, started at 6 p.m., but I was showing a video by ESPN unbeknownst to me, and yeah, I don't want to get in trouble, so restarted the stream. Thank you all for if you're checking back in, and yes, don't forget the like button, because this is, your like does not transfer over from the new one. J-Rod, what's happening? I had to restart the stream because a video was playing in the background, so I'm going to be very aware of what's on the screen now. It had been playing for like a minute. I didn't want to take a chance, so we are back. New Yodi boop for good luck. Boop. There you go. And a slothy boop for good luck. Boop. Free agency tonight. It starts tonight. There are a lot of people live for this. I saw Six Rings of Steel's live. It starts now. You got the right memo. Rob, thank you for coming back. Banger Wave, Topat Noob. Oh, you didn't get the first stream notification? Well, you got the second one. All right, so now I can put up a correct poll. So, Mariner, since you just, Mary Nurse, since you just put that up, I can start a new poll with LeBron on there. Who would sign me to a 2-year contract? I wish. I mean, maybe the last day of free agency is a big one too. I don't remember when we did it last year. John Collins got signed. Not John Collins. Jeez. What's up, Daniel Barry? What's up, Dominique? Lou Kornet signed the day we went live. It might take a few minutes for the information to start rolling in. That's John Collins. And I'll put these three up since somebody's interested in Dean Wade. So LeBron, Rui, John. There we go. New polls up. Am I fully committed for Summer League? No, I can't call it. I already know I can't call every game. Capybara Sloth, that is a darn good question. I don't know how much interest the Spurs actually have in LeBron. We'll see. Apparently, I was reporting AD to Golden State Warriors is now unlikely guest in my... Yeah, what was all that nonsense? AD to the Warriors, LeBron to the Warriors. They dumped Jimmy Butler, who's currently hurt. I don't know. Draymond Green was going to take a pay cut. What's up, Jamie? Thank you for stopping in. Trust the process. I'm trying to. I will... I do think LeBron's going to take a smaller contract. He's going to go wherever... I can go... oh, Maxwell, you're the one Dean Wade guy? Okay, so your one vote, it's locked in. Let's see. Rui Hachimura is leading the new poll so far. All right. Since we're in a new stream, don't forget to go ahead and hit the thumbs up, please. Bird said, I want to see LeBron poster his son next season. Is that too much to ask for? That would be fantastic. I don't see that happening, him postering LeBron James. But that would go viral, I'll tell you that much. All right, still nothing happening. Kawhi trade's the only big news so far. It is big news, but the only thing that has happened in the last hour or so. Marco Bellinelli is in Italy, I believe, Buster. Kitten, I do think LeBron is coming back. The question is where? Okay, sir, what are your thoughts on Barnes being bacon? I don't eat bacon anymore, so I don't know. Do you think LeBron goes to the Warriors or the Cavs? Area 51, it would make sense for him to finish his career where he started, but Cleveland has a lot of apron issues last I knew. So I don't know if he would be able, I don't think they even have a mid. Does anybody know where the Cavaliers have a mid-level exception? Aren't they past the first apron, or weren't they into the second apron a year ago? I don't think I don't know if the Cavs can actually sign him. Four Positive says, Dean Wade sounds like the guy who came up with the TPS reports. Nice. Joshua, Marvin Bagley has great hair. Miss TSR would love his hair. I think she does love his hair. Mark Richter says, we need a few more stars to move to the East. We need some balance between the conferences. I don't disagree with that. Okay. Cheese and crackers, which I could go for right now. I haven't eaten dinner yet because I'm live with you all, which I'm not complaining. I would, Rory Hachimura does seem the one that would be the most cost effective. Not going to be an upgrade on defense, or actually might be a downgrade when compared to Harrison Barnes, at least statistically speaking. He's not a great rebounder, doesn't give you anything on stocks, but he's a sniper from three. I think he shot 44% this year with the Lakers, and the Spurs need some shooting. How many star trades have happened? So, Blaze, the big one was Kawhi Leonard today. The Jean Morant trade, which I actually have not yet looked into that. I probably should look into that. Let me see if I can find the Jean Morant trade on here, because I actually don't know the parameters of the Morant trade. Sorry if anybody gets motion sickness. It should be right around here, right? Well, Atlanta Hawks are declining, and Jonathan Kuminga's $24 million. $24 million for Jonathan Kuminga? All right, here it is. Let's see if we can get the full... Is this it? The Memphis Grizzlies are trading two-time NBA All-Star Jean Morant to the Portland Trailblazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. Is that it? Was it a 1-for-2? Was there no draft picks involved? I mean, Jean Morant has not been Jean Morant in a few years. He's missed a ton of time. He's gotten into a little trouble with the NBA, but wow. And this is what I expect with De'Aaron Fox after next season. We're going to trade De'Aaron Fox probably for 2 players on expiring contracts. And, oh, it's a dang video. I pause it this time. You're not getting me again, ESPN. Let's do a little refresh, and it's probably just that video Sean just posted. Yeah. All right. We'll leave the Frozen video up. Good evening, James. J Money says Quentin Grimes is reportedly expected to sign a contract in the $10 million year per range. Okay. Is everyone waiting for LeBron to sign before they sign? Texas Storm, that's a darn good question. Yeah. I do think Fox will be sold for peanuts. Fox, I thank you for stopping in. Much like Jean Morant. We've seen point guards as of late. I mean, Luka Doncic was an anomaly. That was sketchy beyond belief. But Trae Young got traded for almost nothing. When we got De'Aaron Fox on the Spurs, he was traded for far less than we thought we'd have to give up. So I do think he'll be off the team next year. The question is, will they get anything for him? Or will be an expansion pick? Scoot Henderson? No idea. Stephon Castle's in the chat. And also in my hand. Free agency started swipe 23 minutes ago. Oh, guys are saying refresh. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the refresh instead of spoiling it. Free agent Usman Zhang has agreed to a 3-year $17.5 million deal to return to the Milwaukee Bucks. Sources tell ESPN. Zhang had a strong finish. I can't read apparently. Strong finish last season after a trade from OKC, and now the Bucks officials finalized a deal with agents Michael Tellem of Excel. All right, there's our first official free agent signing. Okay. Our first contract signed after free agent started at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you all for the refresh. I've heard of him. I don't know a lot about him. Yes, that is correct. The NBA salary cap is officially at $165 million. Sean's got AI typing his shoe. Right? The guy the Thunder took before Jalen Williams. Yes. So, even the top guys are Texas Swarms. If that's being reported by Sean, you're supposed to say refresh, not spoil it. I don't know if that's happened officially but if anything happens on Sean's Twitter feed, just please put refresh in the chat. Don't put the actual signing. Okay, that's all right. Nothing's happened there. The top guys that we're looking at are actually in the poll. Oddly enough, this not a coincidence. The 3 guys I did a video on a few days ago. It's LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and John Collins. I don't know which one. Collins. Oh, Chris Haynes. Okay. Yeah, contracts can't be signed until July 6th, Phil, but Screamy Dog, nice channel name. More than likely, what we're seeing reported is going to happen, barring a physical being failed or something crazy. RDY, thank you for stopping in. Zhang is a former Presti pick. Okay. LeBron signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Dang it. DJ Rose, thank you for stopping in. LeBron should sign with retirement. I actually agree with that. Being in the wise, there actually is a legit chance that LeBron James could come to the Spurs. Yeah, good afternoon. And I just want to, real quick, to those that came in earlier, my apologies that I had to stop the stream and refresh it. For those that don't know, I had started up a stream and there was an ESPN video playing right here. I didn't realize I was playing it. It played for over a minute. I didn't want to take a chance. I ended the stream at 6:11, 6:12, started up a new one at 6:15. Now, Jacob, LeBron going back to the Cavs makes sense. Asian James, I don't think it's a 0% chance. Phil says refresh. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, guys. Something happened. What happened? Free agent DeAndre Jordan has agreed to deal to return to New Orleans Pelicans for his 19th NBA season. Sources. All right, so please do not report. That was actually spoiled a moment ago. Please do not report anything in the chat until Shams has reported it, because we're watching his Twitter feed. I greatly appreciate it so we can kind of find out together, especially if it's Spurs news. I didn't realize Jordan's been in almost 20 years. Define legit chance. I will say, I think the Cavs make the most sense. I don't know if they're a contender with him, because he wants to go contender. I'm going to say the Cavs make the most sense because he started there. Finish how you started. The Warriors, if they can find a way to do it financially, get to play with Steph Curry. Both are in the twilight of their career, so why not? I'd say there's maybe a 25% chance. He's always wanted to, from what I understand, play under Pop. Now, Pop is obviously no longer the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, but he's still part of the organization. And LeBron could get to play with Wemby and a lot of other young guys. San Antonio is a tax-free state. I think there's 25% chance he comes here. I don't think it's 100% or 100% that he's not. Spurs team's too busy watching the World Cup. I have watched none of it so far. Friday, LeBron is unlikely, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. Ben Simmons is not signing with OKC. Ben Simmons is fishing. Right? Isn't Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons? Here's what I think about Ben Simmons. So LeBron would take a big pay cut, Joshua, but he doesn't need it. That's not me throwing shade at him. The guy is a legit billionaire. At this point in his career, he's going to be 42, I believe, next season. He needs to try to go out with a ring. And the Spurs weren't in the finals last year. And I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan, admittedly. If he was with the team, maybe we do win a championship if he was in the roster. Or maybe not. Maybe he would have been tired too, because Mitch was playing him 45 minutes a game. Spurs have 13 players signed, assuming the second round picks also. Is it 13 now, Edgar? It was the original 11. It's 12, isn't it? We had the 11 guys. We had the 9 main roster guys I talked about in yesterday's video. The 2 rookies, the 2 first-round picks, Terrence Ray Jr., Jaden Quintance. We signed Harrison Barnes. Julian Champagnie was extended. He was already under contract. So I think we have 12 guys signed. Plus, was it 2 two-ways? Ingram and David Jones-Garcia got it two-way as well, which I thought he'd be on a standard contract, but maybe not. Quick refresh. I see a refresh. Nope, same thing. Nothing new. Still DeAndre Jordan. Is it 12? What am I missing? Oh, wait. Yeah, no, it is 12. Somebody said 13. I said 12. It is 12. All right, I'm sorry. I said 12. Somebody said 13. It is 12. Thank you, Fonswine. Yeah, it's the 11 that I talked about in the video yesterday. We signed Harrison Barnes back for $8 million. That's 12. So we still have 3 roster spots, plus I think a two-way. I see refresh again, and I've seen a couple refreshes. Come on, Spurs. No, are you guys trolling me? Don't troll me with the refreshes. Yeah, go Heat. You're about to get timed out. Just as a heads up. You do that again. I'm giving you a warning. Like, what am I missing here? Not missing anything. Goat Heat fan is trolling me. Gribbler, a lot of folks want Rui. Right now, the poll is at 50% Rui, 26% LeBron, and 24% John. Yeah, Yeah, all right. We warned him. Sorry, dude. I don't like timing people out, but I mean, at some point, you get a 30-minute timeout, so you can make a pizza. Purple said, as a Thunder fan, I hope y'all get LeBron and not Rui. Thanks, man. Salutations, D7U. Thank you for stopping in. Everybody, thank you for stopping in here on a very warm summer day here in New England. I want to say it's about 90 degrees out. I don't know. It's probably warmer in Texas, right? Pretty warm out where you guys all are. Okay, it's actually 85. It's cooled off a little bit. Feels like 91. That's where it feels. Okay. Chris says, we have size now. For the love of God, will we please add legit lethal shooting? Rui Hachimura would give us that. Am I crazy for thinking LeBron would be better than Rui? So here's my one. No, Chet's under contract. Chet Holmgren. LeBron, he's going to be a better facilitator, better rebounder. It worries me that at his age, it's easy to get an injury. Like, so on your ring says refresh. Do I need to refresh, or am I getting trolled again by the same person? It's the same person saying it over and over again. I think that's the same channel under a different. I'm going to say that's the same person under a different channel name, because nobody else is saying refresh. It's some person trolling. Yeah, that's 2 trolls though. We must be popular tonight. Oh, what is there? 100 of us hanging out? 150, 100. So we got 293 people. Almost to 100 thumbs up, guys. That'll be the goal for tonight, because I don't expect a big turnout. It's not a game. It's not. We can get to 100 thumbs up. We're 13 away. Greg Popovich, let him know what's up. I refreshed me on the safe side. It's still DeAndre Jordan. It's still crazy about Kawhi back to Toronto. It's not a shocker. Kokoshiba, John Collins. Gives us a little more size. If he can be the guy that was grabbing 7+ rebounds a couple years ago, shoot 40% from 3, and at least play average defense. Route 25, so De'Aaron Fox is not getting traded until the Spurs rehab his trade value. His trade value right now is going to be very low. He had a fine regular season, not a very good playoff run, and an abysmal finals. So his trade value is down. What will likely happen, in my opinion, is he'll play better this year. Hopefully he's healthy. And either at the All-Star break, or after the season, especially if the Spurs win a title next year. Let's not write up the Spurs and say they can't win a championship next year. If he's part of a championship-winning team, his trade value will be up. That's when they move off of him, and Dylan Harper becomes a starter. All right, Phil's putting refresh. Phil, I know I can trust you. I can trust a lot of you guys. What do we got, guys? What do we got? Free agent sharpshooter Tim Hardaway Jr. has agreed to a deal with the Miami Heat. Okay. I like watching his dad play back with Miami and also the Golden State Warriors. Part of, was it Run TMC, Tim Hardaway Jr., or not Tim Hardaway Jr., Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullins, and Mitch Richmond. Going back. Can you believe Duren wants to sign a trade? Does Jalen Duren really want to go to Sacramento? Grandmaster, some people are. No, Fox is not going anywhere this year. I think he'll be here all season. After the season, his contract's going to be a problem, which I've already talked about on the channel with the other contracts on the roster, specifically Wemby's extension, Castle's extension, Harper's extension. It's not going to work in a couple years at all, so he's going to have to be gone either after this coming season or I think the very next season at the latest. But even then, I think we still have some issues. Trade Fox for Kevin Durant. Jalen Duren wants to get paid. Now, since we're talking about Jalen Duren, I want to pull up his playoff performance because I've heard he was not good. I did not watch any Detroit Pistons games because I didn't care. I'm being honest. Just don't care. Outside of the Spurs, I care very little. I'll cover other stuff outside the Spurs on occasion. All right, Jalen Duren in 14 games with the Pistons in the playoffs this year. 30 minutes a game, shot 51% from the field, 67% from the free throw line, 8 boards, 2 assists, 10 points. So not terrible. However, in the regular season, he shot 65% from the field, 75% from the line, averaged 10.5 boards, and almost 20 points per game. So I think that's where you're seeing him disappear. He was taking 3 less shots a game too. And and half the free throws. I don't know if teams were defending him differently, if he was not getting involved like he usually does. I don't know. 12-plus teams have interest in signing LeBron James. Rich Paul's already meeting with interested parties. Okay. I don't think LeBron's going to get signed tonight. This is going to take a while. Vidla says Duran was not himself, awful for a couple games. Greg Popovich is my thumbs up sign on channel. Duran was not in the playoffs. Duran was going through a messy breakup with Angel. He's a Jeremy Sohan in the playoff. Oh, that's not true. Jalen Duran played. Hey, but yeah, I don't think LeBron's going to get signed tonight. I'm live in case it happens. More than likely, as you guys said, his agent's talking to a lot of teams, so we'll see. Maybe, but if Rui or John Collins get signed tonight, then I'm glad I've been live for it. What's going on, Stingray X Factor? How are you doing? Sorry for being late. Stingray, this is the second stream on this one. I started a stream at 6 p.m. Didn't realize there was an ESPN video playing right there, so I stopped the stream at about 6:12, just copied it, and then started up a new one. So lesson learned, too, for those that stream, if you have a stream you want to take down, but you want to start up a new one, end the stream, private it right away, which I did, but when you hit live, you just copy all the same exact stuff, and you're right back to where you were. 12 teams, yeah, it's probably more like 2 teams purple. TSR, you should do an emergency live stream the second we sign. If we sign LeBron James, I will go live if I'm able to. All right, is anybody else saying refresh? I got one refresh from AJ, but I've been getting trolled a lot tonight. Spurs will sign LeBron, so they'd be forced to cheer. Well, I would be forced to cheer. I would cheer for him. I don't hate the guy. Some people say I'm a LeBron hater, just like a Fox hater. I don't like LeBron's flopping. I think that's fair. I don't like the team jumping that he did, especially... I wish he started with the Cavs. He started the Cavs, went to Miami, went back to the Cavs. I wish he stayed in Cleveland. Jumping to the Lakers and then the super team behavior in LA kind of maybe go, really, dude? That super team he tried with Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, or the Lakers tried, which just blew up in their face. But he's on their Mount Rushmore. I mean, I can't dislike him too much. LeBron to the Hornets, no. I'm a Fox and Kelly. Yes, you are. So, Purple certified LeBron hater. You know, I never gave him a second thought since we're talking about LeBron James in regards to outside of basketball until he lost against the Dallas Mavericks. And he was young, but let's be honest, that was an oogly performance. And somebody asked him about, I don't know what somebody asked him, but he clearly got mad and kind of trolled people that you have to go back to your regular jobs. I'm going back to my manager. He said something that was kind of off-putting, and then he also had the decision the year before, which was just a waste of time. So, Jacuzzi, thank you for stopping in. I see a refresh from J Money. J Money, I know you will not lie to me. League news: the NBA will hold the NBA Cup Championship game at Butler's Hinkle Fieldhouse on December 11th. Okay. I don't know what to do with that one, but that's something. Is there anything else besides that? Is it really the NBA Cup news? Yeah, I got the NBA Cup news. We knew about Tim Hardaway Jr. All right, well, I mean, that is news. It's new news, so thank you. Levi and friends, thank you for stopping in. And Rookie, yeah, refresh, what they mean is refresh Sham's Twitter feed. Doesn't every player be flopping? Ralph, not every player. So there's 2 different things you can do. There's flopping, and then there's selling a foul. Now, by selling a foul, Groot's going to help me out, is let's say I hit you on the shoulder. You know, you're taking a shot, and I whack you on the arm. You sell it. You know, you get hit, and then you fall over. Ow, my shoulder. Ooh, my shoulder. There's Alperian Shen who's notorious for this. I'm going for a block, and I whoop, right by your face. I don't hit you, right? Whoop! Oh! I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, it hurts. You know, when there's no contact and you fall down and you grab your face and you're just flailing, that is flopping. If somebody's if Groot's here running full head speed into me and I'm trying to take a charge, I'm going to go flying out of a cannon when he runs into me to sell the foul. But there's actual contact there. He's running into me. He's putting his shoulder into my chest. Sell the foul. That I'm okay with. Just, there's no contact. I mean, pretend this is SGA. I think SGA could be a good example. There you go. Flopping. Thank you, Groot. What's going on, DC Sports? Groot is a very talented guy. I tell you, I'd be lost without him. Who's the best free agent fit for our team? John Collins or Rui Hachimura? We really need three-point shooting. John has been shooting pretty well the last few years. Rui is a sniper. Rui's not going to give us much else. I think Collins would start if we signed him. I'm not sure Rui Hachimura would start. We might still roll with Champagny. They might still roll with Champagny anyway. I don't know. Gary, what's going on? The reason I don't like LeBron isn't because of sports, but because he's a raging narcissist. He literally thinks of people as pawns to serve him. Wow, how do you really feel? Jeez. Well, at least you didn't hold back. Although if you check out Gary828, his sports channel, he dedicates a lot of his content to his passion for the LeBron and Bronny. Sandra Mama Kelishvili, Perry, you're right. Sandra Mama Kelishvili is available. I don't see why he would come back to San Antonio because he wasn't playing when he was here. You would think SJ's... I got one person saying refresh, but it's somebody I don't know. You would think SJ sleeps in bubble wrap in case he falls off the bed. Bronny Sr. is likely going to Golden State Warriors, possibly. TSR, would you plan on buying a LeBron jersey if we get... No. I don't even have a Fox jersey. De'Aaron Fox has been on the Spurs for a year and a half. I don't have a Fox jersey. And if I had a Fox jersey, I could put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the wall because I have Wemby, Harper. All right, well, I'll tell you what, Kingston. If nothing happened, you're getting timed out. You said serious refresh. I'm taking you to your word. Yep, you're getting timed out, bro. He can go make a pizza, too. It's probably the same guy I've been timing out that has like 10 channel names. Jakob Poeltl's not a free agent. I don't want a Fox jersey, Ralph. I'm not a huge fan of him. And LeBron's 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like De'Aaron Fox, but not enough to get his jersey. I am rooting for De'Aaron Fox. If De'Aaron Fox, I would love for Fox to got the Finals MVP. I'll tell you that much. Because if he got the Finals MVP, the Spurs were NBA champions. Do you think LeBron would sign with the Wolves? I don't know if they have the room to sign him, do they? If we get Rui, then I don't see a need to get signed Mr. 0%. Chris, I think he's just more for depth than anything now. Yeah, I'm actually hungry. Somebody get me a pizza. The Drew Show with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. The Drew Show says, TSR checking in. What do you know? What do you say? Fill me in the 4-1 what's happened on the Spurs. So the Spurs re-signed Harrison Barnes for $8 million. They extended Julian Champagny. They both agreed to cancel out this year's contract. And he's getting a declining contract, I believe. It's like $16 million the first year, and then $15, then $13, which is perfect with our coming up extensions. David Jones-Garcia and Harrison Ingram were tendered two-way contracts. That's it. Yes, LeBron is going to have to take a pay cut. For any team that is seriously contending, their salary cap is probably being exceeded, and they're either approaching the first apron or already past it and approaching the second one. So, yes, any team that's serious about contending or is a contender, LeBron's going to need to take a huge pay cut. A Michael Finley jersey. What number was Michael Finley? Was he 4? Yes, I did see the Spurs Summer League Team Big C podcast, and I will be live starting Friday for the Spurs Summer League. Terrace Reed Jr., Malik Brown, Jacoby Gillespie, and Carter Bryant will be in the G League, which actually did not expect. Jaden Quintance is on the roster. I say 0% chance he plays. He might just be there to be with the team. And Emmanuel Miller, so I can finally see what he looks like. Finley was 4, okay. Spend the money now or save it in case LeBron chooses us? No, I'd rather get a guy that signed John Collins for 2 years, Rui Hachimura for 2 years with LeBron. He's going to be 42 next season. LeBron has 1 billion miles on his legs, and he's done an incredible job staying as healthy. He's done an incredible job playing at the level he has north of 40. He's the only NBA player to do what he's doing. But at some point, Father Time's going to shut the door in his face, and I would hate to have that happen with him on our team. $45 million for Champagny for over a total of 3 years. Decline to leave room for deals for Wembanyama Castle. Yeah, Bible English. That was a good idea. Jalen Duren has interest in going to the Celtics? Who's my top 5 West teams right now? I think JK277, and the Spurs are the Western Conference champions. So until they're dethroned, I have to put the Spurs at number 1. The Thunder, I got to put at number 2. They're right there with them. After that, the Nuggets and Timberwolves in the top 5. I don't think I'll put the Lakers in there. LeBron's leaving. They need to retool and reload a little bit. I'm not sure. Fred VanVleet will be back with the Rockets next year, so maybe the Rockets will crack back into the top 5. I think Kornet will still get... So my prediction is to start the year, Luke Kornet will be Wemby's primary backup. Hot take, maybe up Portland. Yeah, Damian Lillard will be back, maybe Portland. So it's going to be Dame and John Morant in the backcourt. All right. Start of the season, Kornet is the primary backup. By the All-Star break, Terrence Reed Jr. I think he'll take over. I sincerely do. That's why I love David Robinson. Well, Robinson's a great guy. So here's the thing, Gary, and any Spurs fan knows this. David Robinson was not only a good guy or a champion on the court, he was a champion off the court. What's up, Eyes in the Dark? I don't think LeBron's going to sign for $2 million. I expect $15 million. What's up, Taylor? Thank you for stopping in. Chris, I think VanVleet's a decent player. I'm not going to say he's trash. Might not be what you want on your team. So, yeah, the last news is the NBA Cup championship game. Little quiet right now. Little quiet riot. Admiral, yes, awesome dude. Thiago Splitter's contract, J-Rod, I did not see it. Is he getting paid well? Jaylen Brown for Fox, Vassell, Bryant, and 2 firsts. Call me. I am calling you crazy. So salary-wise, I don't think that works either because Fox is going to make $50 million next year. Vassell makes 25-ish, so that's $75 million. I think Brown's around 60. Plus Bryant, I wouldn't do it. That would also nuke the little bit of depth we do have. Kawhi will retire in the North, Dave Victor. I agree. I take VanVleet for Fox in a second, even coming off the injury. Wait, Splitter's not the coach? Am I getting my teams confused? Joshua 9680? I don't know that. Maxwell, I like Derek White. He's no, not for his salary. He's making $30 million a year. At this point, no. He would need a huge pay cut, and he would be coming off the bench. Splitter's on the Bulls. That's right. Thank you. You're right. Thiago Splitter went to the Bulls. I totally forgot that. He got a pretty good contract, didn't he? Let's start going 24 hours on these. You know, it's weird. I have 6. Oh, wait. I might not have it on. Shoot. I was going to say, I thought I had slow mode on, but trolls are getting in here and able to get their troll on a little quicker than I'd like. Can I edit this while we're live? I thought I could. I can. Customization. No, slow mode is on. Well, it's YouTube slow-mo is not doing a very good job of keeping things slow. Does that make sense? Well, probably not. All right, we're good. All right, everything's fine here. Nothing to see here. Matter of fact, never watch this part of the movie again. Spurs still on business saying F. Kawhi. The Spurs were not going to give up that much for Kawhi Leonard. Slow-mo. Kyle Anderson's not coming back here. No way. Come on, Shams. Report something cool. That's not where the NBA Cup is going to be. Give us some big Spurs news. Give us some big NBA news. Even if it's not Spurs. Give me something. Fox was injured. Fox, was it a high ankle sprain in the playoffs? So we didn't see the best he had to offer. Now, some of his mistakes were bonehead mistakes, and he didn't injure his brain. So I can't really argue the injury affected, low IQ type moments, or no IQ type moments, or bad decision making is what I'm looking for. Man, I wish it was 65 right now. Portland got Timberwolves assistant head coach on a year prove-it basis on a team. Okay, thank you, the Drew Show. I don't think we're going to train any of our young guys. Why do we have so many non-Spurs fans in here? Like, this is literally a Spurs reaction channel. Or a Spurs reaction stream, but there's a lot of, like, people coming in, Spurs suck. It's like, you guys got nothing better to do to go to a team you don't like? I guess you don't have nothing better to do. You do, I guess. I agree, 4 pause. Banana, free agency started 50 minutes ago. To Coach Corey, that's how I feel too. Jonathan, timing people out tonight. Jonathan's on the timeout button. Is it fear, RJ? Is that what it is? David, I'm in Connecticut. It is hot here too. I remember the day before Kawhi requested a trade from San Antonio. It was reported that he's going to sign a max. Was it? I don't remember that. I remember the trade. I don't remember the max extension talk. Rastafari says it feels like 100 with humidity. It feels like 91. But we usually run colder here, so when it's that hot here, I'm not saying it affects us more, but it hits harder, I guess, if that makes sense. Joshua, you've never used your wrench authority? I guess I should take it away, right? I'm just kidding. If you see somebody spamming, you have your authority to use your authority. Daniel, we don't know where LeBron's going yet. It's still up in the air. I don't think he signs tonight. First day of free agency, I think his agents are going to put feelers out to who he can go to, how much can he get. Maybe in a week or so, probably not tonight, but if the Spurs were going to make a signing, I would wanted to be live just in case. Boris, it was 2 teams that were, I mean, the Spurs really, if they could close out a game, would be NBA champions. They led in every single game in that series, and they led by double digits at one point in every single game. It's the same person. He has multiple accounts. Wow, I thought that'd be nice. Joffrey was one of the bad guys from Game of Thrones. Saver1 says, Spurs channel, I was here to see a short box get filled with comics. So Saver1, you watch the Fill Box Comics channel, I'm guessing. Thank you very much. I do have a second channel. For those that don't know, it's a comic book channel. And I went to a comic show on Sunday and had my best haul in a while. So that video will be up this coming Sunday. I kind of struck out the last 3 times I tried to purchase something or did purchase something. I didn't do particularly great, so it was nice to finally do very well. I did extremely well. I ended up spending $310, and then I had trade credit with another dealer that I spent $108 with. So technically I spent over $400. Did very well. Yeah, Brian, unemployed behavior. Although people think I'm unemployed. They're like, TSR, you do this full time? I'm like, whoa. First off, I don't have enough subscribers to do this full time. I would have to have, at minimum, 500,000. But because of the benefits with my job and the retirement that's with my job, I probably would not leave until 1 million subscribers. And even then, I might stick around, but definitely not my full-time job. The Drew Show drops a $25 super chat. My man, thank you. He says, the Spurs just played the most globally watched viral NBA Finals of all time. I heard it was really trending on social media. I don't see why you'd lie about that, but that's crazy that that's the most watched globally. We were the villains. Yes, we were. Take advantage by turning on subscriber-only chat, banning and thanking the haters for the engagement. Well, actually, what I do, Drew Show, is every summer after the NBA draft, I do a refresh, and everybody's free to comment again. And then if they act like they go back to ban land. One person's already got himself back there. I'm not going to say who. Another person that had been banned commented on videos today, and he stopped calling Mitch Johnson what he had been calling him, so I'm letting him comment now. And I always want to try to give freedom of speech here on the channel, but politics are not welcome, not the place. It causes too many arguments. Try to keep religion out of it. I mean, if it's Easter and we're streaming, you say Happy Easter or Happy Birthday or Happy Rebirth of Jesus. I'm not going to get on you if you do it once. If you do it over and over again, I might be like, hey, keep it out of here. Racial stuff's obviously not welcome here. But otherwise, I want to be able to give their opinion. But also, trolls that are just spamming the same thing, we're just going to time you out. $25 closer to retirement. No retirement. So yeah, I don't do this as a full-time job. I do this because I enjoy it. That's why you don't see sponsorships, memberships. I really don't want to do sponsorships. I get they're like commercials and celebrities doing commercials, but I just see too many people that I've respected change, and not in a good way because of the money. And I actually was recently offered a $500 sponsorship. I turned it down. It was a product I don't use, a company I've never heard of, and I was like, I'm not going to promote something I don't believe in. I would accept a sponsorship from the San Antonio Spurs, the New York Giants, and New York Yankees. That's it. They didn't bring Harrison Ingram back. I'm a little surprised. Kelly Oubre Jr. to meet with the Pacers, Blazers, Lakers, and more. I got to tell you, J Money, Miss TSR would absolutely be ecstatic if we got Kelly Oubre Jr. She loves the fact that his hair is one color on one half of his head and it's another color in the other half. What's up, Andy? Thank you for stopping in. J-Rod says draft picks. Okay. Do we need more draft picks? Top Slop Record says no sponsorships. Another reason why you're one of my main Spurs guys. Top Slop, they drive me crazy. They sincerely do. I get why people do it, and if you're doing this full time, like I like Six Rings of Steel. That's one of the basketball channels. I'll see you guys that I watch. Or Sross. I don't like the rebuild stuff with video games. That's not my wheelhouse. But I like some of his coverage. He does a good job, and I think it's his full time job. It's got to be the amount of video content he's putting up. He's got 3 or 4 channels. I can't imagine he's working a full time job and doing that during the day. So that's probably his full-time job, and with his subscriber base, that makes financial sense. And I get why I've seen occasional sports sponsorships, but when I see gambling sponsorships and just sponsorships that don't go with I don't know. I'm getting on a tangent here, but I want you guys to come here and feel like you're here because we're sharing our passion for the Spurs and no other reason. Now, I appreciate super chats. They're not necessary, but I do appreciate them. I do take time and put money into the channel, so when you guys give back like that, it's certainly appreciated, but not necessary. The Drew Show drops another 5, says, yeah, let the haters subscribe and boost the engagement. 100,000 is within reach. Believe that. I believe in it. Sub-only chat makes them click. Other people have done that. But my concern with that, the Drew Show, and thank you for the super chat, is I see some channels where their subscriber base is significantly higher than their view count. And what I don't want here is 100,000 subscribers, but 5% of the viewers are actually watching. I think our viewer to subscribe ratio is pretty good right now. Obviously, our live streams during the playoffs were significantly higher than the views for Philobox Comics. I have 1,300 subscribers there, and most of the videos get 800 to 2,000 views, which means the people that are subscribed are watching. I want people that are engaged and want to watch the content. If somebody's subscribing just to comment once and then forgets to unsubscribe, I don't want it, as people call it sometimes, an empty sub. I want you to actually be here because you enjoy the Spurs content, maybe enjoy me being angry in the Yankees or Giants shorts, you enjoy my awful metal music, which I really got to get in that Sling in That D video, or you just like the atmosphere, like Purple. I don't know if Purple's still in the chat. He's a Thunder fan that came in during the playoffs and enjoyed hanging out with us. I see a couple people putting refresh. I don't know if I'm getting trolled, but I'll go ahead and it takes 5 seconds. Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors has been agreed to. Sources tell ESPN the Clippers will receive unprotected first-round picks in 31 and 33, 2030 and 33 second-round picks, and 2027 first-round swap. So that has been finalized, which we expected. Kawhi Leonard going to finish his career as a Toronto Raptor. Congratulations, I think. I see more. J-Mon, is this a new refresh? Aside from the Kawhi Leonard stuff? No, I got it. It's the Kawhi Leonard stuff. You guys are also probably on a little delay because of latency, so we got the Kawhi Leonard stuff. I'm only here for the film quotes and callbacks. I do quote films. All right, thank you, Atmosphere. I mean, I'm a Spurs fan. That's going to be very obvious as soon as you start watching the channel and content like this. I'm surrounded by Spurs. I won't believe that Sling That D video exists until Shams tweets. I got the script written and I have the alpha for D first, but it's been trying to find time because there's been much more Spurs content there has ever been on the channel before. By the way, all the playlists get started over when you guys look at the front page. There's a playlist for 2025 to 26 Spurs and 2025-26 live streams. Those will stay up for another couple of weeks, but the 2020 to 26-27 playlists are gonna start coming up because the live stuff starts with Summer League. And the new Spurs content from the new season starts officially the day after free agency because we're live for free agency. So tomorrow I'll have a Spurs video up of some sort. And because I like to keep the channel really organized and easy for people to find content. I don't like channels that just throw all the videos up and there's no playlist. I like playlists. Philobox Comics has collection buying playlists, Philobox Comics playlist, comic calls. I like, if you're looking for a specific type of content on the channel you enjoy, it's all together. I don't know. Did I see the attack on Wemby? What do you mean? Rebelted. I don't know what you mean. Rich, OKC owns a 227th. This pick? Of course they do. You guys, they have a zillion picks, J Money. Sam Presti has done a fantastic job. And yes, Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors is official. He will end his career probably in Toronto. I don't see them being a championship caliber team, especially when the dude's good for missing, what, 20 games a year at least? Oh, no, I haven't seen it, Rebel. I have not seen it. The Yankees are on TBS. I think it's going to probably be blocked out for me. My uncle just texted me the Yankees are on TBS, but if it's on Yes Network, it's going to get blocked out. So maybe I'll throw the Yankees on after this. I didn't know there was an anime. Oh, wait. Oh, the Attack on Wemby, right? Or Attack on Titan. Is that what you guys are talking about? I did not watch it. Please don't hate me. I did not love Attack on Titan. I watched 2 episodes. I was kind of not into it, but I'm also not an anime guy. Taylor says, yo, Rich, I'm still mad at Mitch because he was in a bonus in the beginning of the 4th quarter. We kept shooting 3 points. That whole second half, Taylor, was the worst second half of NBA Finals history. And now we own that. I never was a baseball fan, but hey, baseball's at least quicker than it used to be. Games are now about 2.5 hours. Thank goodness. Positive life. Go Spurs, go to you. Fox has been quiet on social media and turned off his messages. I'm sure he did. Chris, I did see that. There were some bad actors for New York fans, throwing eggs and just doing stuff that not appropriate. Not appropriate. Drew Show, what they I didn't miss a super chat, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Whew. Drew So drops at $10, says TSR Sports. We go way back. Not really expecting a big move, nor am I. Just looking for a 3-and-D vet and maybe Mamu. So Mamu, I wouldn't mind Mamu coming back. I mean, that game he had against the Knicks where I think he missed 1 shot? Or did he make his all shots? I don't remember. It was over 30 points in under 20 minutes. He set an NBA record. But he wasn't playing. And if I'm him, I'm very apprehensive about going back to a team that wasn't playing. So I don't think he'll be back. Mamu a 3 and questionable D big. Are you doing Summer League? I hope you do. Yes. So Drew Show, I'm definitely doing at least the first 3 games. There's a game this Friday night, 7 p.m.ish, I think. I don't know. Then there's a game Saturday or Sunday and Monday. It's a back-to-back. Great. I think it is Sunday and Monday. And then after that, I will do the game next Thursday. I'm going to be busy on the weekend, so I don't know if I'm able to do the game Saturday night. Probably not. There's also a game Sunday night. That's up in the air, too. I'm going to try to do what I can, but it's summer, and I haven't had any time off from streaming. I really haven't for the first time in the history of this channel because the Spurs season started in October with preseason, and then we streamed all the way till June because we were NBA Finals contender. Then we streamed 2 nights of the draft. And then we're streaming this, and I streamed this because I thought it'd be fun. I was like, I'm not going to be streaming again for a while, and unbeknownst to me, Summer League starts Friday, so I'm actually, right back into it, and then we'll finally be done in mid-July, and I'll be off until October. I will try to be more active with content in late July, August, and September, not just shorts, maybe some Spurs videos here and there. I have quite a few to for just videos that I don't need any type of news for, just videos that I want to talk about. So I want to stay more active. Who's playing on our Summer League roster? You know what? I'll actually pull that up. I hope the next refresh is really an NBA. Yeah, right? San Antonio Spurs. You know what? I'll look it up on my phone. San Antonio Spurs Summer League roster. You think the Knicks will be a playing team next year? Yeah, I know, Drew Show. Get used to a long season here. God willing means Spurs are in a perennial contender, 9-month year hobby. Yes. I actually talked about Miss TSR about that. That was actually a huge adjustment for us. When you're in a relationship with somebody, we were used to me streaming until April 15th and then calling it an extra 2 months was it's a lot. And us spending a lot of our time together with you guys, which we enjoy, but not alone time. It was a hard adjustment. So it was a lot this year. I'm happy the Spurs were a finals team. Don't get me wrong, but I'm ready for a break, and it's coming soon. TSR, can you make a song about Wemby sending out hits? Can't wait for yes, I'll do a Guy Soto video. I have a video set for Miss TSR, reaction type. It's something for her. I don't want to spoil it. David Robinson video. I have a couple things that I'm going to be doing while time is off. Go Cow. The Giants do stink. Miss TSR could not make the draft. Stingray X Factor. She could not make the draft. It would have made a great short. We both agreed. She probably would have dropped an F-bomb when he got drafted by the Nuggets, and then when he got traded, probably went crazy. I mean, I went crazy. I'm looking for our summer league. There's our summer league now. There we go. That's NBA.com. Sushi and croissant. Oh, hell no. That sounds terrible. All right. Our summer league roster, that is last year's. I just saw Dylan Harper. I was like, Dylan Harper? Dylan Harper ain't playing on the summer league. Take April off and start the back string for the... No, I like doing all the regular season games. The Drew Show, the thing is, so as you guys are aware, there's more and more Spurs content creators than ever. There's more people streaming the Spurs live. So if I want to stay relevant, I guess you will, as a fellow Spurs content creator, then you can't really miss games. My most hated teams, Lakers. That was an easy one. Terrence Reed Jr. family went nuts. Yeah, they did. And he had a Spurs teddy bear. Breaking news, LBJ is sitting on the Starbucks while waiting. Hashimura would be good, NZ. Yes, he would. Trust the process? At least 10 pounds. I don't want him to overdo it, but I'm sure he's going to put on a little weight. Maybe not necessarily all muscle, a little mix of fat and muscle. All right, here's our Summer League roster. You guys ready? Miles Barnstable. Malik Brown. Looking forward to seeing him. I know he's not going to be really doing much offensively. Carter Bryant is playing in Summer League. Excited for that. RJ Davis. Jacoby Gillespie. Tyon Grant Foster. Miles Kelly. Hyung Jung Lee. Or Lee Hyung Jung. I know sometimes with Asian names, it could be... Yeah. RJ Melendez. Igor Milicic Jr. Emmanuel Miller. We're going to find out who Emmanuel Miller is. David Muoka. Jaden Nunn. Jaden Quintance is on the roster. I don't see him playing. I think he's just going to be there to be with the team. Terrence Reed Jr., Harry Wessels, and Zakai Ziegler. Well, if I win the lottery, I'll sponsor you then, TSR Sports. Everybody pledge to sponsor TSR in case of lottery wins. TSR Sports sponsored by some guy. Thank you, The Drew Show. I'd like to win the lottery too, but actually... Oh, David Jones Garcia is not in the Summer League. I guess he's not playing. He might still be recovering from that surgery he had in like January, February. Now, you know who's not on the Summer League roster? I forget his name. Zhu something. XU. Is a lot of people were saying, TSR, Chinese Wemby is going to be on the Spurs Summer League team. And I kept saying, I haven't seen anything official. And there you go. Riley Minix is gone. He did get wave spawn. My brother from another mother, or my son as you guys call him, he is gone. Somebody else said DJG to Orlando. Jew. Not Jew as in Jewish. Jew. But I know it sounds like Jew. XU. I realized as I said it too, I was like, oh man, somebody's going to... Oh, people. I did a refresh just to do a refresh. It's still the Kawhi Leonard news, which if you weren't aware, the Kawhi Leonard trade is now official. Kawhi Leonard is erupted. Oh, is that it? Double X. All right. I, Mark, am very excited to see Terrence Reed Jr. play in Summer League. I saw him play at UConn on TV and in person. He's not perfect. He'd be the number one pick if he was perfect, right? But I think he's going to contribute more than people are expecting. I think I stand by. I think he's going to take Luke Kornet's job at least by the end of the season. Kornet is on contract, under contract next year, but I believe it is only partially guaranteed. Olynyk is gone. Ralph, Olynyk is gone. Plumlee's gone. McLaughlin might come back on the cheap. I'm in New York. I'm a New York Knicks fan. I can't stand my hat. Okay. Let me actually look up Luke Kornet's contract. I think $2.5 million of it's guaranteed next season. It's not a huge amount at all. Not next season, the following season. Next season is guaranteed for the full 10 or 11 million. But I think the following season, 2.5 or 3 million is guaranteed. I could be totally wrong on this, just for the record. All right, just found Luke Kornet. He's set to make $10.4 million next season. That is fully guaranteed. 27-28 is partially guaranteed. It's a $9.9 million contract, but Basketball Reference does not tell me the amount that's guaranteed. He does have a $9.4 million team option in 28-29. At that point, he'll be, what, like 33? He'll be gone. They won't pick up the team option. They might even waive him in his second year. We'll see. It depends on Terrace Reed Jr. and Jaden Quintance. If JQ can be healthy and Reed can be what I think he can be, he's not going to be there for the third season either. The Kawhi jersey goes back in the closet. Wah, wah, wah. Never owned one. Never had one. I did not see a lot of Spurs basketball. I saw the finals, obviously, but as far as Spurs basketball in the Kawhi years, I didn't have NBA League Pass. Living in Virginia, they were never televised, except for the playoffs. And life was just different then. I got away from sports just a little bit. I still watched, but not to the level I am now. Kornet looks older than me, and I'm 47. Joshua, he looks older than me, and I'm going to be 49 soon. There you go. So they have a lot of international guys on the team that have international background and 2 guys of Asian descent, which is really cool. Which team is this? Big C Podcast. Is it the Summer League team you're talking about? I want Collins. We need a grown man at power forward. He's a better fit than Rui. I agree. For a pause from the grave, forgot he had Kawhi jersey. King Roy says, you have 37,000 subscribers. I remember when you were trying to get 1,000. Yeah. That was April of 2019, King Jorge. We had a really good first month. We got 3,000 subscribers in the first month. That was a big push because of the playoffs. I remember actually what pushed the channel is it was night 2 of the NFL draft. I decided to call the Clippers and the Warriors. Sports Fury decided to call night 2 of the NFL draft, which they'll probably never do again. I got to imagine if there's a Warriors or Lakers game. Bad Dog Sports covered the NFL draft. All the channels that were covering the NBA playoffs as well as me were covering the NFL draft. And I didn't want to cover night 2. I was like, I don't care. Not round 2, night number 2. I'm like, I don't care. So I called that game, and a lot of people liked my stream. And what really sold the channel is I was using a live scoreboard and game clock. Same thing I do now. I was running a live scoreboard and game clock. Nobody else was doing that at the time. I will take a little credit for kind of, I mean, people are going to probably do it eventually. Sports Fury had a live scoreboard. They were updating it manually, 92 to 84, whatever, but they didn't have an actual live game clock that they're running like they have now and like I have now. And I was like, I knew I needed to do something to set myself apart. So I, day 1, ran a live game clock. And a lot of the folks liked it, and they said, will you call every Warriors game for the rest of the playoffs? And I said, yes, I will call every Golden State Warriors for the rest of the playoffs, and I did. And the channel grew, got monetized in a month, and then after the summer, after experimenting with a lot of different sports, I started focusing more on the teams I like, and then the following year, and really in 2021, cut out the soccer stuff, UFC, WWE, Spurs, Giants, Yankees, done. I don't have a Sohan jersey at all. That Melo guy, I'd rather have John Collins. So Bert, I don't consider that video viral. I appreciate that, the compliment. It does have over 1 million views. To me, viral is 1 million views in like a day. I think viral sometimes gets used a little too loosely. I've seen other content creators, when I went viral, like your video had 10,000 views. That's not viral. That's, hey, good for you. If you're a small channel and you had a video get 10,000 views, I'm happy for you. But perspective, viral means millions usually in a day. I've heard people define viral as a lot more views than the size of your channel. I don't. I want it to be true viral where I click on the video and I see it's got 3 or 4 million views, and I don't have that on this channel. I have gone, I see a couple refreshes by different people. I have gone viral on Twitter, not necessarily because of me or for Oh, still, nope, nothing new. Thanks for trolling, guys. Appreciate it. I went viral with OGR Sports because we did a reaction to the New York Giants draft or the NFL draft from 2021, where the Jets drafted Sauce Gardner instead of Evan Neal, and at the time, him and I wanted Evan Neal. Well, Evan Neal still sucks, and Sauce Gardner became an All-Pro for the Jets. So during that reaction, I was excited that we got Evan Neal. I'm like, yeah, woo! My man OGR called the Jets stupid idiots. And last year or the year before, Sauce Gardner happened to catch that video that somebody shared a clip of after I deleted the video literally like 2 weeks before it went viral. It is what it is. I switched to Giant short content career. I'm like, let me just get out the few videos out of here that I still have, and it got clipped before I deleted it. Oops. Or whatever. So it went viral, and Sauce retweeted it, and he's like, I wonder what these guys are up to now. And of course, didn't affect the channel at all. We didn't get any money off of it, any views, subscribers, nothing. But I think it got, between Bleacher Report, the Sauce Gardner tweet, 3 or 4 million views in a couple of days. So I considered that viral. So I have gone viral with somebody else, not necessarily because of me. I'm not going to take credit for it, and didn't affect this channel in any way, shape, or form. The Drew Show drops a $5 super chat. LeBron's a better coach and basketball mind than Mitch. I mean, I can't argue that he's a better basketball mind at this point. I mean, he's for all the years he's played, sure. And adding him would elevate the team. Won't happen, though. Facts, like it or not, $15 million, 2 years. I don't think we're getting him either. I don't think he's ruled out, though. Boris, I don't think Fox gets traded at the All-Star break. There's always a chance. I think he stays to the end of the season. Arcu3 says these front offices are scared of new CBA. They might. Very much. Andy Who, I agree 100%. That video spread very quick. It got retweeted by an NFL player. To me, that was viral. So I can say, yes, I've gone viral. Since we're just kind of waiting for Shams, I have 3 goals on YouTube. What's up, Stormy? Weapon Award, thank you for stopping in. You never went viral on Malik Rose. Malik Rose, the NBA former Spur? I wasn't on YouTube. Or I wasn't doing Spurs content on Malik Rose. My goals for YouTube were to get a video to be viral. I didn't go viral on YouTube, but I went viral in some form, so I'll take it. To get a video with 1 million views, and to get 100,000 subscribers. That was going to be tough. That's going to be very tough because we're still over 60,000 away. We'll see. It's going to have to. I probably will need something to go viral to get that. And if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it's been a fun ride either way. Sam Presti's it's pretty good. Where'd you guys get him from, Arco3? Sam Presti. Where'd you get him from? Could we take a flyer on Jonathan Isaac? Oh, different Jonathan. Vetman maybe turns the clock back a little. I suppose we could. We do have the other, there's the other exception. I forgot what the letters are. That's like 5 million. I suppose you can put them in that. Not the MLE, the other exception. I forgot what it's called. It's like 5 or 6 million. Good morning from the Philippines, Jay. Thank you for stopping in. What's up, JX Key Clips? Thank you for all being here tonight. I know Malik Rose. I watched him. I've been watching the Spurs since 1990, but I only started doing Spurs content since 2019. I know, Arco, I know. Sam Presti and Chip England, both former Spurs staff members, I guess is the best way to put it. Now with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Sign Collins or Mamu and let's win a championship. Works for me. Biannual exception. Thank you, David Elrod. I was trying to remember the letters. BAE, the biannual exception. Rich wants Duncan Robinson on this team. I think it would fit well next to the jerseys. Let me get my head out of the way. Duncan Robinson. By the way, there's the Couch Contingent. If everybody's wondering, they're all here hanging out. Just waiting for something to happen. Fortunately, we didn't participate in Leonard's trade. Yep. Imagine if I sometimes wonder, like, man, imagine if I had this channel when Kawhi got traded. I did have a channel. It was a independent film / WWF and UFC reactions / death metal reactions. It was a mess. That's why I ended it. Very happy here now with what I got. I went viral twice, but I took some... What? I don't have a Boris Diaw jersey. Make another pizza. Go make some dessert. You gotta know by now, I don't trust you. I'm sorry, brother, but I don't trust you. But it's not burn me twice. Burn me once. I don't trust you. Good night, Boris. Thank you for staying up this late. I was sort of hoping HBO was going to be yeah, David, I said 6 million. So I'm a little surprised he got 8. I'm a little surprised he got 8. Imagine if I had this channel when David Robinson was playing. Wait, there was no YouTube. There was no YouTube. Did Shams lose his phone? Nothing's happening. I wasn't sure anything was going to happen tonight. It was the first night of free agency. I was like, let me go live for it. I'll stay live for about 2 hours. And, you know what's going to happen. 12:30 p.m. Eastern my time, the Spurs are going to sign somebody. Well, I see where this is going. 24. A lot of Knicks fans in here tonight. Knicks fans got nothing better to do than hang out in a Spurs stream. I could go for an onion ring, by the way. I really could go for an onion ring. Rings, plural. LeBron could be holding everything up. See, I knew that guy was a troll. That's why it's not refreshing. I was waiting for the Spurs trash. There it is. All right, he needs to make a pizza too. There are going to be a lot of pizzas being baked tonight. Jay, I think John Collins. I think actually needs to... This is not a Spurs channel per se. It's a Spurs content creator. Please do not take that the wrong way. Somebody was talking, I want to say it was Texan Swarm, said that I should have went to Locked On Spurs when the other guy apparently got fired. I just found that a couple days ago. I don't know why. I don't care. And then they replaced him with some other guys. He's like, you should have applied for it. And no, I should not have, because I love covering the Spurs with you guys. I love calling the Spurs. One, it wouldn't make sense because it's a smaller channel. That's not any shade. At this moment, I believe they have a smaller channel. But also, this isn't just a Spurs channel. I enjoy covering the Giants in shorts. I enjoy covering the Yankees in shorts sometimes for both those teams. But I enjoy the music thing, too. I've made songs for Kristen Press, the UFC, the Spurs, the Giants, the Yankees. I like having full creative control over the channel. And if you work for somebody like the Locked On Network or the Digest Network, you no longer have full creative control. And I think that would make me miserable. They also might not like the innuendo on this channel. No more That's My Johnson jokes, and I would never. I agree, Stingray X Factor. We should get Shaquille O'Neal. The Silver Dancers are coming back, Steven Z, and I am happy. LeBron coach player? Just remember, Knicks fans, 4 championships this century, 1 fluky run. Spurs, we should have won that series. We really, really gave that one to them. If you went onto Locked On Spurs, they would not. No. Actually, Stingray X Factor. Did you catch the Today short? And I should have actually dressed up a little bit, but I was too late. The short today about the Kawhi Leonard trade was very Ron Jambo-ish. So, Spawn, what I do is this channel has been a sports-only channel. That was my promise to you guys back in 2021. The music is on this channel. If you go to the front page, it's the very last playlist, and it's the TSR Sports music playlist. And that's where all the music is I create. Everything from 2023 and under, or 2024 and under, I did everything. Play guitar, drums, bass, vocals, wrote the songs, etc. I don't have free time like I used to, so I have started using Suno to create AI music. Now, I don't just take what it pumps out. I edit the songs, I remix them. I have added my own personal guitar solo in, and I've taken songs that were old that I did not like the way they were produced and put them in there and got it kind of remixed and updated, if you will, and have used those, which is a great way, I think, of using. If you have a song you wrote, but it sounds kind of poopy, put it through there and redo it. So those are up here now. The vocals aren't me. The lead vocals are always me, except for a little Yodi song. And I've enjoyed it. I enjoy making music. I have another song coming out, or I have a song that's done called Slinging That D. I just have not had time to do a music video, and I want it to be a good video. And who just said, let's trade Coyote? How dare you? It's okay, Yoni. How dare you? Look into my eyes. You will see. Yodi's looking at you. I love me some old Adam Slender Ice Cold Cowboy. Sloppy Joe, a sloppy Joe, here. Sloppy Joe, a sloppy Joe, here. If you were to describe the Spurs' offensive philosophy, what would you say? Needs work. It needs work. I see Wemby too much out on the perimeter. It's inconsistent. It can definitely get going at times when guys are heating up, when they're moving the ball, we've seen glimpses last season, and it is last season now, where they are playing we saw glimpses of the beautiful game with the ball movement. If they could do that a little more consistently, and I think being a young team is probably why there's more errors, etc. They've got the best above the rim guy in the game, and Victor Wembanyama. They're an exciting offense too. They're not the boring Spurs that get critical. They're not going to be called boring like the Spurs from 20 plus years ago. They do shoot too many threes, yeah. Joshua, I used to love Weird Al as well, but I don't know any of the stuff he's covering these days. I don't know any modern music in the last 20 years for the most part. I've really just slipped into metal, and it's extreme metal as well. I'm totally out of touch with mainstream music. So as much as I enjoyed Weird Al, if you don't know the source material, it's not going to hit. Leonard playing 2D chess, trying to leave the country while under... Ooh! Good point. He is leaving the country. Hey, Rich, did you ever get a pair of Reebok pumps from back in the day? No, I didn't. I had Reeboks, but I didn't have the... I Love Rocky Road is a great song. Jermaine, for me, I'm fine with Rui Hachimura or John Collins. John Collins is actually the lowest on the poll, but John Collins is the one that I would pick. No worries, my other channel is definitely not Frogleaf Studios. I am familiar with him. I haven't watched him in forever. That's his full-time job, I assume. He's cranking out, 1 or 2 songs a week. Not related. Yes, Death Metal GC3. I very much have crossed into the Death Metal land many years ago, and I've stayed there. I do like me some Old School Faith No More. The Real Thing is a great... is it The Real Thing? The one with Epic on it? That's a great album. Trey Murray's not available as a free agent. Yeah, I used to like it 4 Pods. It just got a little... The style, at least when I used to watch, is... Weapons of War, you can leave. If you don't like it, leave. I'll help encourage to leave. There's a 30-minute timeout. I like when people come in and try to tell me what to do. It's like, you can just change the channel. There's nothing to talk about right now with free agency. Nothing's happened. I like when people say, stop talking about blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, what would you rather me do? There's literally nothing happening in sports land right now. I talk about the Spurs to death. I do videos almost daily. There's literally nothing Spurs going on that we have not talked about. Weird Al is a great live show, by the way, if you have not seen Weird Al live. We can make fun of Jean Morant, okay. I don't really have much to say except he's a bit of a knucklehead. Great player, can't stay healthy, and a knucklehead. Xavier says, I'm always gets time out from TSR, I'm used to it. There you go. I don't remember timing you out on the regular, but I'll take your word on that. Big C Podcast says, I've been a fan of the Spurs for over 30 years, and this is probably one of the best drafts we've had. We had some great... you mean tall guys like Wemby, but... David, Duncan, Wemby, yeah. Can we see a picture of you and Miss TSR standing next to each other? I posted that a million years ago. I would have to find it. I will try to find it since we're waiting. It's going to take me a hot minute because it might be... I know it's not on my computer, but I know where I put it here. I just might need to go back further than I want to. It's definitely not on my computer. I don't know why I didn't save it. I know what I'm looking for. It's when we went to the Basketball Hall of Fame, which would have been about a year ago. I don't think... It's in my community post. That's what I'm looking for it for you guys, and I'll put it up. I want to say I put it up like a year ago. I see Dylan Harper. I see Sandro signing with the Raptors. Wow, this is bringing back some memories. Naz Reid signing with the Timberwolves. Whole bunch of Dylan Harper stuff. Kevin Durant to the... Wow. Hey, there's a Scott Foster... Scott Foster post. Everybody's favorite ref. Oh, that's a sad post. If you know, you know. I might not be able to find this. Let me pull up the chat too to make sure I didn't miss a refresh request. Ralph, I don't know what I'm eating for dinner, but I know I'm hungry. Drew says, yes, I'm definitely taller than her. I'm 6'4", she's 5'2". Everybody thinks I'm shorter. When I say I'm 6'4", they're like, no, you're not. I'm like, well, I'm sitting down on a couch. Of course I look shorter. Gosh, I used to put some of the comic book channel on here. I guess I did that just to get us started. Was it that long? We went to the Basketball Hall of Fame? What's up, Beekso? I would like John Collins too. Seahawks will be Super Bowl champs. And those are two teams. Okay. Walker Kessler wants way too much money. We're not getting Walker Kessler. Our new looks look like the front office vetted them carefully. Yes, I agree. Good kids. 4 years in college, minus Jaden Quintance. Oh. There's where Riley Minix tore his labrum. I'm going way back. Kai Soto tore his ACL. What was the best book? Joshua? I don't know which one per se. I'd have to... I bought almost a short box full of books. When I do the video, I will probably shoot the video Friday since I'm off. I don't know off the top of my head. Or I'll shoot it. I don't know when I'm going to shoot it. I can't find the picture. I don't... And I do have pictures of us together, I think. Side by side. I don't know if I have a good one that shows the height differential. That would have been the easy thing to do instead of looking a million... Oh! I found one! This is actually a good one. This is a Spartan picture. You guys constantly ask, am I really 6'4"? We have said numerous times that Miss TSR is 5'2". You are about to see that difference in height. This picture really, really shows it. Let me save the picture. Let me crop the bottom off. Y'all are going to be surprised at this. This is from 2024, so we're a little younger here. Oh. All right. Let me do a refresh on Shams just to do it. Still nothing. Wow. All right. I don't remember who asked, but you guys asked... I just got a text. I wonder if Miss TSR is saying don't show the picture. Oh, no, it's my uncle. All right. A picture of Miss TSR and I. This is at a Spartan event. Ralph, I am. I remember your post when you came up. Yeah, I looked like what? This is going to give you a really good example of how tall I am. Trust me. Because what I did is I did a splice picture with me next to Muggsy Bogues and her next to Muggsy Bogues. All right, there you go, guys. That's me and Miss TSR. For anybody that doubted I was 6'4", and she's 5'2", there you go. Miss TSR, if you're watching, I think you are. Is that a good picture? I think it's a good picture of us. I think that's North Carolina when we did a Spartan. 99% sure. Zoom in a little more for you. Both wearing sneakers. You're welcome, no worries. I should play in the NBA. No, I should not. If she was 6'2" and I was 7'4", I'd be 6'4" in socks and 6'5" and 3/4 in shoes. Is that you, Drew Show? Don't you have a picture with Mark Coleman? I do, Son of Scar. She's a munchkin. I did meet Mark Coleman. I don't know if that's on the computer here. So yes, I would be 6'5" in shoes. Rob says TSR is one tall dude. Had the chance. So yes, we did meet. Yes, Rob, we did. I thought that was you. I was 99% sure. Yes, I could play point guard. The picture with me and... Oh, it might not be on this computer. It's not on this computer. The UFC pictures are not here. Shoot, sorry. There you go. Me and Miss TSR. That picture doesn't prove anything. She could be 4 feet. I don't know how tall the Spartan walls are there. But there's other people in the background, which probably gives away that we're not... She's not 4 feet. Yeah, I'm standing on my feet. You can see right through there. I'm standing on my feet. Come on, brother. There's nothing on the ground besides her feet. There's nothing there. Young, the origin story of me being a Spurs fan. So I grew up with... it's a race. Kind of like the Warrior Dash. Oh, you reckon what I am? 6'5" and 3/4 with shoes? We all grew legs. David Robinson, or the Spurs. Origin story being a Spurs fan. So I grew up in a New York household in the 80s, so I gravitated towards the Yankees and Giants. A lot of you ask, why are you a Giants and Yankees fan? Why aren't Texas everything? Grew up Yankees and Giants. I was looking to get into basketball around 1990. I discovered David Robinson. The rest is history. As simple as that. I just discovered the Admiral, started following the Spurs, and became a Spurs fan. Now, some people will say, well, you're a bandwagon. If I was truly a bandwagon, I would have became a Chicago Bulls fan. Because the Bulls were just starting their dynasty at that point. I don't know, something about David Robinson. Became my guy. I see multiple people putting refresh. I don't count the in shoes. I don't want to say I'm 6'5". I don't want to do that. Free agent 7-footer Brandon Carlson has agreed to a 1-year, $2.5 million deal to sign with the Portland Trailblazers. Sources tell ESPN. Portland picks up a big man who has developed in the Oklahoma City Thunder system over the last 2 seasons, finalizing deal with blah, blah, blah. I don't know who that is. I'm drawing a blank on Brandon Carlson. I got nothing. I got nothing. This guy needs to make another pizza. I'm on my tip. Ralph, why is it? Does it bother you that I'm 6'4" for some reason? Rob Martinez has met me in person. He can vouch that I'm 6'4". The Lakers are expected to sign... Oh, no! No! The Lakers are expected to sign Sandro Mamakilishvili per Windhurst ESPN. That's what people in the league believe, and he would basically replace Rui Hachimura. Is he coming to the Spurs then? Two-way with OKC. Another so-called Wemby stopper. Yes, Chris. Tony Brothers is the worst officiating I've ever seen in my life. Easily. Tony Brothers, just call him Stevie Wonder. Because you get it. I blame 80% of the finals on Mitch and the other 20% on the players. I think that's... I don't want to put in all him. I see your point, though. Overplaying players, clearly lost control of the games and couldn't get it back. Wemby playing as much as he did in the blowout game, playing as much as he did was a huge mistake, and by the time the Spurs really needed him to get going, he had nothing left. I think he played everything but like 45 seconds in the second half of that disaster. Tickets 3 to 5 rows behind the Spurs bench on Sunday are available for $150, but I'm hobbling around on a bad ankle and can't go. Is that for the Austin Spurs? That's what about Tony's sisters. Evil Kept, thank you for stopping in. Side note, we need to keep David Jones-Garcia. I like DJG. He's got to stay healthy. Needs to be a little bit more efficient. I don't want to see no 40, 30, 80 line. Teachers say students do. All Mitch says was that So, Joshua, the thing that drove me crazy, and we talked about this on the channel, and you guys will probably remember, there was a sequence in the third quarter, and I looked it up. I looked up the actual play-by-play on ESPN to find it. There was a sequence where I think it was De'Aaron Fox mixed a 3. My God, De'Aaron Fox, when he falls in love with the 3, he just can't stop shooting him, and he's not a good three-point shooter. Somebody actually trolled me saying, why are you saying start Stephon Castle? Bad three-point shooters need to come off the bench. And I responded, and he never responded back because I said, then you mean De'Aaron Fox is getting benched too? And he was silent because he probably looked up the stats, and Fox's and Castle's three-point percentage in the regular season was identical at .332. Anyways, the sequence I'm talking about, Fox shot a 3 and missed. Spurs got on offensive rebound. Literally within 3 seconds, Wemby's chucking up a 20. It was Fox with a 23-foot 3. Wemby follows up a couple seconds later with a 25-foot three, misses. We get another offensive rebound. Wemby follows up now with a 26-foot three. We literally land like 4 or 5 seconds off the game clock. If the Spurs, somebody mentioned, if we just let the game clock or the shot clock run to 24 every time, we would have won the game just because they wouldn't have had time. It was horrible management by the players and the entire coaching staff. It was literally my worst nightmare just playing out in front of me. Over and over and over again. J Money says, Walker Kessler holds multiple offers in the mid to high $30 million range annually after meeting with a couple of teams. And that's crazy because he missed, 70 games last year? I'd be really... Yes, she is, King Jorge. I'd be worried about giving him that kind of money. No worries with the $10 super chat says, great Spurs moments when Spurs players David Robinson, Rod Strickland, and others came into bowling alley to bowl. David, my favorite all-time player and great human goes. Spurs go. No worries. Thank you, one, for the super chat. I agree with what you said about David 100 million%. But when I think about Rod Strickland, maybe he's a good guy. I'm always going to remember this. I don't remember the exact motion per se, but that no-look to Sean Elliott against the Portland Trailblazers that turned into a turnover. The first time in my life I think I ever swore at the Spurs. I definitely swore. More at him. J Money says refresh. I know that's legit. Thank you, J Money. We're going to get something good. Free agent... it's a new one. All right. A name I don't recognize. Free agent forward Kobe Sanders. Kobe has agreed to a 4-year, $11.2 million deal to return to the Los Angeles Clippers, sources tell ESPN. A second-round pick in 2025, he averaged 7.3 points in 20 minutes over 68 games as a rookie. Good for him. Second-round pick, so he was probably on a two-way contract last year, huh? Well, he played 68 games, so he would have been converted. You can't play 68 games as a rookie. Can't play 68 games on a two-way contract. I believe the max is 41. So, hey, good for him. Hola, Gorrico Suave. Mitch started running Tom Thibodeau's Ironman rotations in the... He did. We essentially had a 7-man rotation in the finals because Kornet was playing under 10 minutes a game, Carter Bryant was playing under 6, and Harrison Barnes did not play the last 3 games. It was Keldon, Dylan, and that was it. It was awful. Gosh, he does look a little like Keldon, doesn't he? If he was a little darker, he could be Keldon's doppelganger. And yeah, congratulations to him. You know what? You know what we've done tonight? What is this image? Oh, it's just a blank screen. I had that up when I was doing the draft. Where'd the Go Spurs go for everybody for stopping in? Tobias Harris. So, Bayou Bengals. Tobias Harris made like $25 million last year. So, would he be willing to accept a huge pay cut to come to San Antonio? Didn't he play really well in the playoffs? But he's pushing like 34. You know, speaking of age, our team just got really young, didn't it? Harrison Barnes is staying, but Plumlee's going to leave. I don't know if Biama's going to stay on as a player. Olynyk is gone, and we're replacing them with a lot of the probably some of the guys we just drafted. Our average age is going to drop significantly. Eden, I gave an A on my draft video. Greco, 12 roster spots have been filled. We still have 3 plus a 2-way contract. Plumlee's gone, Ice Cold Cowboy. He's not coming back. Tier list of free agency signings, A, B, C, D, F. There hasn't been any big free agency signings since 6 p.m. Crazy, you're going to get 300 likes on am I going to get 300 likes on a free agent stream, Drew Show? If LeBron comes to San Antonio, will you get... No, I will not get his jersey. I will not get a Spurs player's jersey just because they're on the Spurs. I have to have some kind of connection. Not going to get 300 likes on this one. Nope. I don't think so, Drew Show. We're at 231. We have an outside shot at 250 likes. If I can get 20 of you Spurs fans or non-Spurs fans or whatever fans hit the thumbs up, get us 250, I'll call that a win. If we had 300, that'd be crazy, but 250 be fine. Fontswine, if we're talking about anybody that played over 10 minutes, then yes, Fox was the oldest player. Everybody else was getting... Anybody over 30, Barnes, Kornet were not playing any substantial minutes or at all. Plumlee came in to throw a hard foul on Jared McCain. That's all I remember him doing. I found the shot you were talking about. Search Hall of Fame vlog in my video. Hall of Fame vlog? Yeah, but Area 51, they saw the picture I put up of me and Miss TSR, so they know there's a huge height discrepancy. Rich, don't look what's going on with the Yankees. Domingo, thank you for stopping in. Drew Show, so here's a weird thing. As YouTube content creators, I don't see the likes or dislikes anymore. I see the likes on the stream. In YouTube Studio, they replaced the like-dislike part, unless you can customize it. I don't know. And now you see your estimated revenue per video. I mean, if somebody dislikes a video, whatever. It's engagement. Cam gave up 3 home runs in the first inning. It's 4-0. That was at 7:30. Miss TSR saying, check your phone. I have it on silent, Miss TSR, when I'm streaming. It's me and Muggsy Bogues. So I don't know if that's to scale. I think actually it is to scale. So there's me and Muggsy Bogues. Muggsy comes up to my shoulder. And I'm looking down there for people that's, for whatever reason, still don't believe I'm 6'4". 6'5" with shoes, or 6'5.5" with shoes. Boone does stink. TSR, he says in a private voice. How's it going, my TSR? I'm doing good, my friend. My favorite all-time Spurs, David Robinson. Jersey, whoop, wrong way. Number 50. That jersey is from 1995. It's a champion jersey. I'm going to look up the Yankees because I'm going to look them up. They're down 4-1. Oh, it's only the second? All right, well, okay. Right. I think I'll end the poll because I'm actually probably going to sign off at 8 o'clock because I haven't eaten dinner yet and I'm really hungry. The majority of you, though, everybody that voted, Rui Hachimura. Okay. I don't have Reebok pumps, but do they really add 4 inches to your height if necessary? Because that's when I need to dunk right now. I'm trying to get back into dunking shape. I'm pushing 50. It'd be cool to dunk at this age. What's up, Road Trip? But I need to lose a little more weight, probably about 10 pounds, and get my ups up. I have a Spartan coming up soon that I'm currently training for. I have been watching videos, and I realize a lot of my mistakes on certain Spartan obstacles is I rely too much on my arms and try to power my way over it, and it's all about hooking your legs. So I really want to be able to do the obstacles that I've struggled with or just flat out couldn't do. Even I had an arm injury last time. If I did them correctly, I might have been able to do more. So we'll see. Miles Turner, we'd have to trade for. He's not a free agent. Oh, the commercial made though. Okay. Tony Parker hired himself as head coach of his his EuroLeague team. Okay. Thank you, Stingray X Factor. Do pilometrics, Joshua? I don't even know what those are. I want to dunk contest at Dunkin' Donuts. Ankle weights would help. Playing basketball when it's 95 out in my driveway because it felt like that today. I think it was 90 with the humidity, but playing on the pavement in the sun, I'm sure, raised the heat up a little bit. I wonder if Ken James is a Warriors fan. Knees over toes. Okay. If Spurs sign someone, we get any community tab posts or... So I didn't do a video on the Julian Champagny stuff, Stinger X Factor, because I didn't want to do a second video that day. One video really is my max for doing Spurs content. I don't want to spam Spurs content. I want to put up one. I really want to put up the best video I can, and if I'm busy with life. I got so much going on with life, job, girlfriend, comic book buying and selling and trading, the comic book channel. I'm playing Magic the Gathering every Monday night now with my friends, which is cool that I'm regularly playing again. So it's just a lot going on. Silver answers are back. That is correct. Shams, are you at LeBron? I don't think LeBron's happening tonight. Would I be happy? What would my happy level be if Fox was traded? It would depend on the return. If it's going to be a Trae Young type of return where it's Corey Kispert and Trey McCollum, not so happy. If we could get a missing piece, although some will say Fox is the missing piece if we trade him. So I don't think he gets traded before this season. All-Star break at the earliest, before next season at the latest. I do actually like him. I'm rooting for him. I don't like the way he played in the finals. I understand he was hurt, but he had some knucklehead plays too. I'd like to see him redeem himself next season. Devin Vassell, for people that thought he was overpaid, I thought he had a nice redemption playoff run and proved his worth in the playoffs. Maybe his regular season performances weren't up to snuff for his contract, but playoff-wise, he stepped up. And that's when you want to see what guys are made of during the playoffs. And he was our best shooter in the final. He should have been shooting the ball more in the finals. Less Fox, less Wemby, more Vassell in the finals. I can't believe I ever would say that. I always thought you looked like a younger, taller, jacked, in shape Peter Weller. Good luck on your obstacle course. That is an interesting analogy, Drew Show. Peter Weller. You guys remember Peter Weller? For those that don't know.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Murphy.
I'm trying to think what else he says, but I got nothing. Eric, I'm not in love with the idea of LeBron in San Antonio, but if he comes... Yes, Robocop. 1 and 2, not 3. If LeBron James becomes a Spur, I will root for him. I will always root for whoever's on the wearing our uniform. Even if I don't love the contract, and usually it's not that I don't like the player, it's I don't like the contract. I might be disappointed with the performance. Jeremy Sohan, very disappointed in his development here. I really thought that he'd be here much longer than he was, and we got nothing for him. Joshua Primo, just disappointed with his off-the-court performance. So, I mean, I'll call stuff like that, but I'm always rooting for our guys because I say this all the time. If all our players are playing well, we're winning. And that's, in the end, what we all want, right? Be a good guy off the court, or at least don't get into any nonsense like Primo did, and win. Houston wants Fox? I will, Joshua. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that chat because I'll forget that word. I will definitely forget that word. I have been able to dunk before, but at this age, it's not exactly going to be easy to get back into dunking shape, and it's definitely not easy on the legs or knees. RoboCop's a great movie, by the way. How that thing ever got R-rated is beyond me. Andy, who I agree. Roy Garza, oh, you didn't know? Your butt better call somebody. Everybody's in darkness because I got my... I use this when I record videos. This is a sound barrier. They might be saying, TSR, why don't you use that during the streams? Well, if I use it during the stream, it'll block Miss TSR's everything. But also, it would block... I could, I guess, use it during the live streams when I'm just alone, but I use this during videos to muffle out outside sounds. I have my air conditioner on because it's hot out, so I didn't want that getting picked up and being really loud. Yes, Steven Z, that's a great line. Grammy, what's going on? Tobias Harris meeting with 5 teams. Think one of them might be the Spurs? Yeah, maybe. I forgot what I was going to say after that. I don't know. I'm hoping to do a video tomorrow. I'm going to have some trees taken down right here on the other side of my wall. Actually, the entire tree line's getting taken down. My neighbor approached me about splitting it half and half. He got an estimate for $4,500. I ended up finding one for $2,600, and the company I found is fully insured, and they sent us their insurance docs, so one he found wasn't. So I lucked out. I'm glad I did a second estimate. We're having everything taken down here. It's gotten so high. There's like, I don't know. It's a lot. Could be weird not having all that privacy, though. You have 15 seconds to comply. That is a great scene. Ed 209 just mowing that guy down. Have you seen the unrated version? He just keeps shooting him. Yes. You have 5 seconds to comply. I'm going to hit refresh just for ha-has. Obviously, nothing's happened because you guys haven't said hit refresh. Are we going to end? Is this going to be the final news while we're live? Kobe Sanders. The name does sound more and more familiar the more I say it. What's the return to Fox? I don't think Fox is going to Houston. I really don't. Was it? I don't know if it was 5 seconds. He just mows that guy down, and then they're like, "Oh, very disappointed in you if somebody just died." I don't get how RoboCop got an R rating with what happens to Murphy. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen a 4-year movie, the way he gets blown apart, his hand gets blown up, shot in the head. You have the guy getting shot in the crotch between, they're trying to do the thing to the girl. I'll leave it at that. The guy melting, and then he explodes. All the gratuitous violence in RoboCop. And then like a Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th are heavily censored in the late 80s. How did RoboCop get away with it? If you're old enough like I am, or just love that genre, Josh, I know you are, if you were watching those movies then, the content, what was allowed content-wise, is so night and day. All right, Drew Show, maybe we can get to 300 thumbs up. RoboCop was very gory. He's a cop killer. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that on YouTube. That's what RoboCop says, though. He says that about Clarence Boddicker. We might be able to get 300 thumbs up. I don't know. We're actually close to 300. We're 20 away. You know what? I'll stick around until we get 300 thumbs up, and then I really got to get something to eat. Joshua, that scene makes me hurt. Oh, Knees Over Toes, is that the YouTube channel? Okay. TSR top 4 films, top 4 all time. Guys, if your inmates are coming, we're just kind of chatting. We've talked a whole bunch of Spurs. Nothing's happening in free agency at the moment per Sham, so we're just randomly. Top 4 films. In no order. Spaceballs, Jaws. After that, that's where it gets kind of murky, because then I almost feel like I have to put a franchise. Like, I can't pick just one Rocky movie. So can I just say the Rocky franchise? Because I love 1, 3, 4, 6. Creed 1 and 2. Don't love Creed 3. There's just too many. So I'm going to say top 4 franchises. Young Tilla, to make it a little more easier. Top 4 franchises. Mug Dog, I have no idea. Something quick. Maybe 2 Tofu Pups. Yeah, I said that. Or Smart Dogs, whatever. Top 4 franchises are going to be Rocky. I'm going to say Terminator, even though the sequels aren't great. I could not live without 1 and 2. I'm going to say Star Wars. And then the easy one, I'm going to say MCU, because that's going to encompass Iron Man to Avengers Endgame. Anything after that, I can deal with that. I'm fine with losing. But that whole Avengers arc, and if I just have to pick one series from it, I'll pick the 4 Avengers movies. But I think that's my top 4. Did we get the 300 likes? Star Wars is on my list, Ian, because I could not live without 4, 5, 6. I like Rocky 2, but it's not my favorite. It kind of feels like a bit of a remake of Rocky 1. I love Star Wars 4, 5, 6. I can tolerate 1 and 2 to a degree. I do like Part 3. Part 7 I find okay. I hate 8 and 9. What a passion. I do like 3.5. Drawing a blank on it. You guys know it. 3.5. American Pie's not on my list. What the hell's 3.5? Rogue One. The Han Solo movie, The Mandalorian, I haven't even seen yet. Mandalorian and Grogu. Sorry, Grogu, I have not seen your movie yet. Rogue One was fantastic. And then some of the TV shows I like. I guess Miss TSR would say Star Trek, because she would have to she can't lose the Next Generation. Oh, that's not a movie, that's a TV show. So that's, probably 4 franchises. What did I say? Rocky, Terminator, Star Wars, and the Avengers MCU. Or just say Avengers. Joshua, I love Lethal Weapon 1 and 2. Thought 3 was okay, did not like 4. First 3 Star Wars, and they were the bomb. Way ahead of its time, seemed more cheesy. No worries, I think Disney's been the problem. Disney is just not... Say what you about George Lucas in episode 1, 2, 3. He had a vision. Whether you like that vision or not, so be it. But he had a plan for the first 3 movies. Now, of course, that plan was slightly altered because of Jar Jar Binks being a disaster, but he had at least a vision throughout those first 3 films, whereas 7, 8, 9, you had 2 different directors, right? Wasn't it J.J. Abrams, then Rian Johnson, and then J.J. again? And you have Part 7 setting up the universe. I don't think it was a great movie, but it was watchable. It was entertaining. And then Part 8's a poop show. And then Part 9 is a poop show either. You could see like the vision just change with Rey Palpatine. Sorry. Spoiler again, sorry. With Rey going from the mystery character to who are my parents to your parents are nobody in the second movie to now you're a Palpatine in the third. It's like, what? What just happened? And then bringing the Emperor back in Part 9 made 0 sense and undermined everything that happened at the end of Part 6. Just like Terminator 6 just made Terminator 2 pointless. Anyway, that's enough rambling there. No lead, Cedric. What I think is going to happen, because of the luck I have, is there's going to be a free agent signing by the Spurs tonight. It's going to be like at 11 p.m., and I ain't going live for it. It's going to be too late for me. And, Red Lightning. Joshua Primo, allegedly, I don't believe it was ever confirmed, flashed a Spurs assistant or assistants. He whipped out his Primo, and he got waived from the team. So some sort of sexual action or assault was done by Joshua Primo. I believe the team settled out of court or settle with the victims, and Primo was waived. I don't love Dune. Sorry. Favorite 80s movies of these four: The Goonies, The Lost Boys, Big Trouble in Little China, Weekend at Bernie's. All right, I'll answer that before I go. This may surprise some of you. Those that know me, it's going to be Cry Little Sister. It's The Lost Boys. You got the two Coreys, Feldman and Haim. How can I not go with The Lost Boys? My favorite vampire of all time, movie of all time. It's silly, it's fun, and I think that's it. Gonna do it for us, guys. I need to get something to eat. Unfortunately, nothing big happened during the stream. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, or maybe it'll be a short, and I'll have a video. I don't know. Do you think there's a chance we get one or the other? But it's not happening while I'm live, because I do need to get something to eat, guys. It's 8 o'clock, and I am really hungry. 8 p.m. Eastern where I am. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does still help the channel. And I'll have a video up tomorrow, and maybe the video will be us signing a new player. We'll see. On behalf of myself and the Couch Contingent, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go, Spurs, go. Thank you, and good night.